It's News Insight today on a beautiful, most beautiful podcast that you can never find. Landslide podcast. Hello, you're looking at me as if I came from the moon.
Yeah, because you look like you came from somewhere in the moon.
Oh, really?
Not exactly in the moon.
What of Ghana? What's it looking like?
Oh, it's a reflection of the Niger Delta people.
Ghana go enter you prepare combo.
Copying people from the northern region.
You can say it again. You know, Nigeria is such that we follow the trend. If an Igbo man comes into power today,
all of us are dressing like Igbo
go
culture.
buy what do they call that costume from the Igbo?
Red cap sheet.
That one with elephants.
Okay, that's not really elephant.
We'll start wearing it.
Okay.
Sorry, lion. Maybe leopard. We'll start wearing it. Today, since
It's not Bubu that is there now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Since your Obama is there, we are still not too certain how we should. That's why here is Yoruba up is.
But he's Yoruba confirmed.
No, this one is not confirmed.
No, the cap, come on.
What about the down?
No, forget it down. All right. So that's why Hakeem Baba-Ahmed, the former permanent secretary, the former SA to the president, in the vice president's office, says if anyone tries to rig 2027, he said, this Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, ethic that we're talking about may not be in existence anymore. I don't think his side of the story or his warning should be something that we should take lightly. Let's not forget, there was a country called Sudan before it came to Sudan and South Sudan. Not only that, Khartoum used to be one of the most beautiful cities in Africa. Khartoum is a rubble right now. Nobody will be spared. Even the one that have properties, houses, mansions, cars, investment, nobody's going to be spared. We have seen worse in Africa, even in places like Yugoslavia, where things are not the same. That's what we used to call the Balkan region. Today, we don't have things like that anymore. But we want to remain as one Nigeria. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed said the best way for us to preserve this country that we have is to make sure we don't rig this election come 2027. Do you agree with Hakeem?
Well, most times when I hear people say we want to remain as one Nigeria, my question to those set of people is, what has this really brought to us as a nation? We want to remain. You and who? Who did you consult? Because, over the years, a lot of people feel like there are some sort of region that has been marginalized, even though we would wish, that we remain as one. But you can't continue to live in a country where some persons feel like, power should belong to certain...
But Ghana, the beauty of every country is its diversity.
Yes.
For example,
We agree.
I know you grew up in Warri,
Yes.
where you have diverse and multicultural.
Definitely.
From Igbo to Urobo to Isoko to Ijo
to
Shekiri.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
It's a faceted place, lingual franca. Do you understand? Where what's it called? Broken is now the order of the day in Warri. They have their peculiarity.
Yes.
The beauty of you growing up is that you have everybody in Warri as a friend.
Yes.
You allow Warri to...
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. So my point is, if you look at it on a larger scale, okay, and let us be fair. I think that one of the clamor for Nigeria today is that people feel like we've tested these waters. I think it is not bad if we also test this water. Most especially seeing the waters that they are clamoring to test as of today as the water that the majority of Nigeria so desire. Now, when you say...
Are you sure majority of Nigeria so desire?
Oh, definitely I am.
Okay, all right.
Because the reason I will also tell you that is, if, for example, we're talking... you know who I'm talking about, the person of Peter Obi. If Peter Obi was not someone who was generally accepted by Nigerians, you will not tell me that a man who left and went to a party single-handedly, he was the only person who moved to Labour and turned the tides around.
Okay, all right.
It's just a few months.
I'll come back to you. Nigeria is a beautiful country, and one of the best beauty of Nigeria is its diversity. You can't take that away from Nigeria. Even America, that we're saying as the greatest country in the world, their diversity is obvious. Black, Asian, Indians, white Americans, all of it. Caucasians, yeah, that came all from Europe. Do you understand? That met the Red Indians, that now said that we are Americans, you know. But the beauty of America is in diversity. Nigeria, what is dividing us right now, it is political leaders, not the people. The people don't have issues with one another. It's the political leaders. What do you see? 2027, Hakim Baba-Ahmed said Nigeria will boil if rigging is the order of the day.
Yes, I think I want to agree with Hakim Baba-Ahmed. If you remember, the last time we discussed the issue of electoral reform before the 2027 election, you saw the internet agog for that topic. The issue is this. It's not a question of whether we want to be together or not. We are already together.
Yes.
But that thing that will keep keeping us together,
remain together,
is for us to be transparent to one another. And one of the ways to show it is when we conduct election and everybody feels satisfied with the outcome of the election.
Like that of 1993.
That will keep us together. But when people feel shortchanged, then there will be an anger. What Baba-Ahmed is saying, not too long ago, we witnessed an election of 2023 general election, and the Nigerian people were not satisfied, not only with the outcome of the election, but also with the decision of the Supreme Court, wherein Abuja, that was specifically designed just in America to determine how a president will emerge, was rubbish by the Supreme Court. He is saying that this time, the people, don't take people for granted. Don't push them beyond what they can take. Please, we enjoy peace. Like you make reference to Sudan and what's the name of the country, the city?
Even Lebanon.
And then you made mention of Yugoslavia and all the rest of them. We shouldn't turn Nigeria to a battlefield. Yes, tensions are high. People, you see that the government in power, they have left their primary duty of governance. They have turned to political campaigns. And this is not helping the system. This is why Baba-Ahmed is giving this warning. Don't forget, Hakim Baba-Ahmed was an appointee of this government. He resigned because he was dissatisfied with the way the government is going. He is not stopping at that because he loved this country. He's not stopping at just resigning and expressing this dissatisfaction. He's saying that, look, from what I am seeing, if you do not allow the will of the people to prevail in 2027, you will not have it the way you have it in 2023. Because why? You know, the people in 2023 have hope. You told them you are going to give them renewed hope. Now, you came into office, the very first day you were sworn in, you said subsidy is gone, and you floated the naira. Those who have 1 million naira in their account became less than 100,000 naira, and it kept going down, down, and down. And you want to conduct election, you are hand-twisting governors moving from their party for no just reason into your party, senators, House of Reps.
Stiffening all the political parties.
You are killing all political parties. You have people in every political party who are willing to do your biddings. Baba-Ahmed is warning. It's warning that, look, what you are doing, you are setting a dangerous trap for yourself. Because when it is snowball, it will consume everybody. Don't think it's only the masses.
All right.
Now, hold on. To add to that briefly, I think a lot of people had said this thing over and over again.
Yeah.
The former President Olusegun Obasanjo, had been singing it that Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. And you see, one of the things that happened during the 2023 election is the fact that a lot of people who felt dissatisfied, most especially the Obi movement, they felt like they were waiting for an order to come for them to act. They were waiting for Peter Obi to say, "Oh, I'm not satisfied with this election." Then they will get into the street.
Okay, so I
can tell you that Nigerians and today, they will no longer wait.
Okay, so
they will take actions once they feel dissatisfied.
That's where I wanted to go to. Now, in 1993. It was not Hausa against Igbo or Yoruba against Idoma. It was Nigerian against the military.
Yes.
They came out, Ubani, whatever culture, religion, or ethnicity that they had. They shoved it aside and said, we want democracy.
Yes.
We saw in Kano where Tofa, that was the NRC presidential candidate, came from. The SDP candidate won clean and cut in Kano.
Yes.
So it was Nigeria against the military. We now are seeing that it's not going to be the Yoruba against Igbo. It's going to be the voters, the masses against the government that tries to rig. That's what we are talking about.
Yes.
And that's what I want you to comment on.
So you see, what is happening in Nigeria today, just like he has just said, the floating the naira, the removal of fuel subsidy, every Nigeria is feeling the pinch as at today.
Whether you are Igbo, Hausa.
Gone are those days. If you go to the fuel station today, you see big men calling fuel attendants, say, come here, just 5,000. They are not very calm. Everybody is humble. Everybody is feeling the pinch. Unlike the way you see Nigerians before, spending money, the way they live life and everything. A lot of people live in pretense as at today. Before people live a real life. The country is hard. The economy is bad, and Nigerians are seeing it because they are part of the system. Unfortunately, I made a call today. There was something I got about 4 years ago that I got for. Okay, the person told me I wanted to do a panel door, right? These aluminium doors in one of my projects, and he was telling me 20,000 naira, and I said 17. He said no. I left him. That was like two years ago. Two years ago. I left him. Today, in the morning, while I was leaving, I stopped by and I said, okay, maybe it will just be like maybe 30,000 or 33,000. Let me just see if I can
muzzle up and do it.
And then he said the least he would do it for me is 60,000 naira. Something that was 20,000 naira less than 3 years ago. So every Nigeria is feeling what is happening right now. So believe me, the only reason why Nigeria will stay together after 2027 election is if Nigerians feel, they see, they witness a free, fair election.
Credible election.
Anything short of that, believe me, what he's saying is not really a prophecy. It's what is in the street. Maybe because he has also left the government, he is now also closer to the people. He hears what the people are saying. He feels the pains of the people. And that's why he's able to relate the message this way. Most probably, if he was still in government, he may not still have been able to feel the pulse of the people.
Yesterday, I talked about the 35 people that were murdered somewhere in Karan and murdered in Zamfara. Today, I heard on news a particular fish guy in Onitsha or thereabouts was killed. He was kidnapped and killed. A young boy that had a promising life. All he does was to sell fish. As we speak, he's dead. The one I spoke yesterday was in the northern part of Nigeria, right? Mm-hmm. This one is in the eastern part of Nigeria. There is no hiding place for anybody as it is. Whatever religion, whatever you are, that's how it has been. It's biting us. So in 2027, if there is no things like what Baba-Ahmed is saying, Nigeria that we have today.
Yeah, I think the message is very clear and it's direct. So I think the government should take clue, especially INEC. This one, it come amidst the fact that the National Assembly, through the House of Rep, they are trying to amend the INEC, the electoral law to say that, to read that all the elections we hold same day. That is the presidential election, the National Assembly election, the governorship election, and the state houses of assembly election, which we have always clamored for. But the fear is this government cannot be trusted for anything. A government that coerces all governors of opposition to come into his own party so that they can be one united house. If they are not the same people who are amending the electoral law, Nigeria should be wary and they should be watchful. It could be a ploy. On that day, they will just write the result. Remember that Dele Fayatimi has alleged that the result of 2027 has already been prepared. So if the entire, election is going to be the same day, and the governors have given assurance that the only way you can retain your office is to come over to our party, and that has been done, and if they successfully amend the constitution to read that all the elections are same day. So when they just sit in one place, they just read out the result of the election, and that would be it. That is why Baba-Ahmed is warning.
That would be
And look,
disastrous.
if INEC is not going to be transparent, and if the people are not going to be satisfied with your election, if you think you can sit in your comfort of your room and read the result of election, to the people will, to subvert the people will, so that the people will not prevail, what will happen? You may not be able to manage it. So I appeal to the government, I appeal to INEC to do the right thing when come 2027, so that we can have peace in this country and we can remain together as one nation.
Are you talking about insecurity? The
30
question you
seconds.
asked.
Yeah.
The question you asked.
Yeah.
Insecurity. You see, if you see what is happening in the country right now, I feel very bad that we just call numbers like these people who are being killed are just, animals. 30-something persons. I saw the one in Jos. They arranged caskets on a trailer driving around the city. These are lives, and the primary responsibility of government to protect lives and properties is nowhere to be found. And look, there is a man called X-Man, a former military man, who has resigned, I think so. He left the system. If you see what he has been talking about with the way the military has been handling military officers, even in the war front, you will understand that this government will be making any mistake if they feel like in 2027 they will use either the military or the police to go after the people.
All right, we've seen a government actually that has tried to make sure that oppositions don't protest. Or we also seen a government that also have teamed up with CSOs that used to make sure that the government on the sideline, the CSOs now speak and sue people on behalf of the government of the day. So many things we have seen in this government. We've seen a government that have taken an INEC official to be their chairman of their party. So many things we have seen. And Baba-Ahmed says that enough is enough of all these things. We'll be pondering and looking about how all these things go. We'll be right back on Landslide.